And just like that, with the windscreen wipers swishing in the background, we've made it to Piran, here on the coast of Slovenia. Here's one of the parking garages. We'll go past it and see if there is street parking in the township of Piran, which I'll just pay the meter, feed the meter and try and get a couple of hours out of that. If not, I'll come back up to the garage. Now, I don't know whether I'm allowed to go in here. So, no parking garage. I think we go this way, Louise. Okay, so we've just spoken to some sort of parking attendant guy and gone through that boom gate that was ahead of us. It's absolutely magnificent where we are at the moment. It's a pity it is raining, but even in the rain, just looks magnificent. Okay, so we established that most of the parking in the actual seaside township of Piran was for the local residents only. So to play it safe and not get a fine or our car towed, we'll turn around here and head back up to that first parking garage. Okay, campers, so we had to drive back up the hill to park our car. All that parking down the bottom is for residential parking, so for the residents down there. So we've driven back up the hill to the parking garage, the Foranze something parking garage. I'll put the name up along the bottom here. Taking the lift down to the ground floor, so we parked up on level 7, which is the top floor, thinking the bus is there, but the bus is actually on level 1. So join us as we make our way out to the bus. And the signage just says 50 metres. The bus up the top said 50 metres, but when I looked over the edge upstairs, I would have fallen to my death if I tried to walk that way. So anyway, so we'll make our way out. Here's the exit point. We'll let you know how the rest of this parking adventure here in Piran goes. And a shout out to the locals or other fellow tourists that parked here as well. They assured me they didn't know what they were doing, but when I looked over the edge, I saw them walking towards what I now know to be the bus stop. Thanks, guys. Love your help. I'm not going to bang on about this parking, but we're parked at the top of this structure, which is on your left as you're driving down towards Piran of the hill. So it's still up on the hill as you driving into Piran on your left. So we parked in that garage. It says garage area, and now we're just going to make our way to an unknown bus stop, which is out here, out towards the water. You can walk into town, but apparently there is a bus. Getting conflicting reports on Google saying it's free, other ones saying you've got to pay €1, so we'll just pay it and play it how we see it. Keeping it real here on a nice wet day in Piran. The accidental tourists have done it away. So we parked back up in that parking garage there, as you can see. We've taken the escalator down. Someone looking out the window there trying to work out what I'm doing. And bus stop right here. This is the bus we're waiting for, the €1 minibus to Piran, which will tap on and tap off, I think. There is a ticket machine here for the city bus, which is not the one we want. The one we want is one of these. So I'm not sure if it's the Vosny Red or the minibus Pirano, minibus Piran. On this misty day here in Piran, here's our first look at the seaside. The water actually looks nice and clear. I can see the rocks in the bottom there, even though it is churning a little bit. There's a few viewing platforms there. I think that might be the Croatian coast that way. I don't think it's Italy. I think Italy is that way. But just trying to stay dry and get that bus into Piran today. I must say this has been an interesting adventure today. I'm pleased we did the Postojna stop. And this weather is sort of drizzling. It's not belting now, but I don't want to jinx it. It could change any time. Anyway, just waiting for the bus. Thought I'll show you the seaside here in Piran, in Slovenia. So here is what we think is our bus. So we're going to have to hop on and ask the driver what the story is. A couple of people have turned up late, and we'll just work it out now as we get on board. €2 later, we're on the bus. Hopefully it's worth the trip, which has been quite interesting today. But we'll push on, let you know what it's like when we get to Piran. Waiting on the bus. Those are all the things you can do on the bus.
No, in Piran.
Ah, these are things you can do in Piran. No smoking, no feeding the birds, no getting drunk on the beach, no doing that. Clean up your dog poo, put your rubbish out at night, talk quietly, keep your scooters under 10 and refill your bottles. You can tell I'm bored on the bus already, and it's only a couple of minutes I think into the Tartini Square is where we're heading. Join us. Continue our bus journey. We've just passed through the gates into the island or the city part of Piran. On our way to Tartini Square, the bus is making stops along the way. People getting on, not so many people getting off. And a lot of these little restaurants, especially back out here, look closed. So I'm really hoping that where we're headed to, we'll be able to find somewhere nice, which I'm sure we will, to grab ourselves a nice meal and maybe a glass of wine. As the bus driver speaks to his mate in Italian. The fact that we're warm again brings us great joy, and this view is certainly very, very pretty here. There's the little fishing boats docked in the bay here. We're sort of hoping that we'll find somewhere seafoody, I'm thinking, today, down here by the water. We have had a little bit of seafood, some good, some not so good, as you've probably seen. But I think this might be our stop. Pretty much the spot where we turned around when we drove in, Tartini Square. So this, guys, is Tartini Square. As Louise's umbrella goes up.
Do you know hop under?
I'm going to hop under. I don't know who Tartini is. This might be Tartini here. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look at old Tartini here himself in Tartini Square. A beautiful little spot. And on a nice summer's day, have a look at some of those little places up the top there with their little outlooks. Hey, guess what? Giuseppe Tartini here on the Austrian coast. Ladies and gentlemen, Giuseppe Tartini. Don't know what he is, but he's got a violin in his hand, so he might have been a musician of some description. We'll wander off into the streets here, looking for cover, looking for food. We'll head up towards the clock tower there and see what we can find along the way. The restaurant we're actually wanting to head to is back behind us, down along the water there. But I think just to get a bit of a movement in this, we'll try and make our way up to that, near the clock tower, see what's up in that area. Not sure whether we can get through here. There's another laneway there. Is there a pathway there? No pathway there. We'll go this way. So we're turning left as the accidental tourists continue their journey on a wet day in Piran. There's someone sitting there having a cigarette or a coffee. I might hit him up for some directions in my broken Slovene. English? Angliški ali slovenski gučeš? Sorry, samo kad gasnem, kad ne snimao se. Še neka za jesti, gdje je dobro iti?
Jest slabo, tam na obali.
Tan ili tan?
Tam.
Tam?
Tam.
Kod Pavla?
Pavel, Ivo.
Pavel, ko je boljši?
Pa,
Isto. Isto sranje. Same. Thank you very much. I tu za pivo, ne?
ja.
Potol dojde. Hvala puno. All right, so old mate has given me some instructions there, as you may have heard in the background. So we'll head down towards Pavel or Ivo, down on the waterfront. Pavel was our first choice, so we might stick with that one, eh? Generally, oh, that wasn't good. That was not good. You heard that splash. If you didn't hear that splash, then you would have heard bad words come out of me. As my runners get a little bit wetter today. I think I might have missed a little bit of water, but anyway, we'll head out this way. You can walk in any direction. The bus only heads to that one stop where we stopped at, so it's really 3 or 4 stops. But we'll head down first, grab something to eat, warm up. I did say wine. I don't know, might get something warm. Anyway, we'll heading down towards Pavel restaurant. Louise snapping away, creating content with her phone camera. I'm trying to stay warm, huddling up, taking you along with us, showing you what it looks like. Obviously at the end of this street isn't where we want to go, Rick, but it's heading in the right direction, so we'll be able to zigzag our way around to where we need to get to, we hope. I'd zigzag our way down, like I said, Hotel Piran since 1913, and the Pavel restaurants are down this way. I'm going to really try hard to keep my feet as dry as possible here. Yeah, that ship may have sailed, yes. We've got the pizzeria fast food here, Jadro. But I think we have our sights set on Pavel there. Grab a bit of seafood. If they're not open, this place is empty too. What have we done on a cold, wet day? Hitting Piran, looking around. Umbrella hanging in there. There's another place there, Restavracija Pavel. I'm just going to have to just punt. Pavel 2 looks closed. Pavel 1 has his lights on. So we'll just keep going and see if we can grab something to eat. On Instagram and on Facebook, these places look magnificent in the summer. We're showing you what it's like in the winter. Our car's parked back there on the hill. I'm trying to keep the camera a little bit dry as we make out. We can't fix the weather, but we can fix a drink. There you go, that's positive. It's the first positive thing I've seen at Kano. But Restavracija Pavel, we shall try if he's open.
Nice restaurant, and it's nice being warm.
Yeah, it is actually nice being warm.
How are your feet?
I'm trying not to think about it.
My feet are drenched. So a car, you're saying, is over there somewhere?
Yeah, car's on that bend at the top of that hill. Car park is there, so we've just got the bus sets. €1 per person. You just tap your credit card on the actual bus. So our meals have arrived here at Pavel, down in the seaside of Slovenia, in Piran. I've gone for the fried calamari. Comes with a beautiful mixed salad, some French fries, and Louise today has gone for the fried scampi spaghetti. Enjoying those glasses of wine. We've ordered half a litre of wine here.
There's also the bread.
And we've got the breads as well, which we haven't touched. We've learnt our lesson with touching the bread, it just overfills you. And a litre of Radenska. Some of Prekmurje's finest, or some of Slovenia's finest actually. It's not in Prekmurje, Raden's in his own little town. Bon appetit. So let's have a look, campers, at what I've gotten today. So there's some little octopuses here. So we'll show you. There. Nice, and the extra calamari. Going to try with a bit of the tartare sauce. Really, really nice and tender. So the options I had today was fried or grilled. I've gone, it's a cold day. Thought I need the energy. I'm losing weight by the second, so I've gone for it fried.
Oh God.
If you believe that, I've got a car for you. Working my way through this magnificent lunch here. I don't know where else I'd rather be, but calamari is magnificent. I've dressed the salad with the black pumpkin seed oil. The 100% butcher oil there. Gold.
Are you happy with your choice?
I would recommend this place. Haven't got the bill yet, but
But you like it, yeah.
food is on point, fresh. Calamari's free caught from the sea.
The waitress is really friendly. She's lovely. She noticed that you liked the pumpkin seed oil, so she brought you the bottle.
Cannot complain. Cannot complain. Prices seem quite reasonable on the menu. We asked for a couple of glasses of wine. She's bought us half a litre. Yeah, so there you go. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We are. And don't worry, I will finish that spaghetti. It's not going to last. Looky. My main course number 2, which is usually Louise's main course number 1. I polished off those calamari, and now I've moved on to the spaghetti and scampi. Garlic spaghetti with scampi. Absolutely magnificent. Cheers, guys. Like a little lobster. I was able to peel open. The shell was a lot firmer than a prawn, a lot firmer than a prawn. A little bit sharp, but I was able to get it.
What's it called, Johnny?
It's called a scampi. The scampi is like a little lobster, as you can tell by the little claws that the sucker's got, which are bigger than a prawn, and well worth the effort and the risk of damage to these fingers here. I'm not a pianist, I'm not a hand model, but definitely didn't want to risk an injury. But that meat out of that, flesh out of that was really good. As Louise dry reaches in the background when I said meat. Here we are at Pavel. I'm going to find out the name of this waitress because she has been
She's so
uber attentive. Come over, give me a bit of a rub on the back to see
I'll see if I can
that
get
I was
it
happy with
in the
what we
background
wanted.
there.
I don't know her name yet, so we will find out. But absolutely,
She's lovely.
service on point. I'd come here again just for her service.
Here she comes.
That sort of restaurant. Sorry, may I ask, what is your name?
Mirijana.
Mirijana, I'm John. My wife is recording a little bit. If you don't want, we won't use this footage, but I just want to say thank you. And I'm just saying to our viewers that I would come to this restaurant again just for your service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the food was magnificent. That scampi was. I had the scampi.
It's
Beautiful.
only meat, yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mirijana.
Palla leppa.
Geez, I'll take some great angle shots, guys. As we're leaving Pavel restaurant here after a beautiful late seafood lunch, overlooking the sea. What are we looking at? Red sky in the night, sailor's delight, Louise, is that the saying? We are going to do a very quick walk around a little bit of Piran here because it is starting to get late and I'm really worried about this rain opening up on us again, but we will do a quick whip around. A lot of places are closed this time of the year because of the weather, seasonally and also because of the weather. So we'll make our way around, have a little bit of a look around here at Piran with the Stonewall waterfront. And looking back, our car's parked there up on top of that hill somewhere. So we'll be getting that little bus back momentarily as we just wander aimlessly around the Piran waterfront while the rain's holding off for a second. As I said, a lot of these restaurants are closed. So it is what it is. So we've got these little laneways that you can make your way through. Yeah, the automatic lights going on. I'm trying to stay out of the water. But they're all cobblestone paths. It is getting a little bit late now, but hey, it is what it is. So we'll just wander through a little bit here just to see what's around, and they're just really cute little places. Again, just looking down the street that way, as you can see, I know that's Louise gasping, and looking back this way, we're on Gregorčičeva ulica here in Piran. So which way are we going, Louise? You pick the way. You want to head this way, so we'll head this way towards the open square and back towards where we came in. So as we make our way through this laneway, not sure where we're going. We have these big bluestone type pavers. So again, as we said earlier, if you've got bad feet, this could maybe not be the place for you. Plenty of those little mopeds there. We're going to go through this laneway this way straight ahead, I think. Plenty of bikes here. Again, it's a walking city. There's only a few cars allowed in and into certain places here. So parking is quite restricted here. So the issue with staying in Piran is obviously parking. So if anyone knows any good parking spots that are cheap, please drop us a link in the comments. Just wandering the streets of Piran. These little laneways here in Piran are picture perfect. It's 5:30, so dusk is starting to set in as we make our way through these little laneways and back towards the bus stop.
Which we should probably do right now.
So we'll head back to the bus. We're just going to have to come back. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
We are the accidental tourists. Get another laneway that way, another laneway that way. We're walking down this way, and there's me stepping into another puddle of water again. God damn it. But we battle on. Plenty of little apartments off these laneways up and about, so people do live here. Very cute, very romantic, if that's what you're looking for. As we make our way around, I know exactly where we are now, Louise. That was where I spoke to, that was where I spoke to old mate to get directions to where we ended up having dinner anyway. Just looking up. Louise's photos, if you look up, they're going to be a lot better than some of the footage that I'm getting. So we'll interject with those throughout this video to show you a lot more of what it's like in this part of Piran. Now I would love to drop into this local bar and knock back a lush score 10, but or even a union, but unfortunately the time of the day, the weather, and our drive that waits ahead of us is going to preclude me from doing that today. But anyway, we will be back to Piran. Just missed the bus, there he goes. So we've got 15 minutes to wait now, which is not the end of the world. We'll take that all in, just exploring the area. If anyone is or has been to Piran, please feel free to let us know that any other bits and pieces that we could have a look at, and there is a hell of a lot here to explore as we make our way through Tartini Square in front of our good mate Giuseppe Tartini. There he is, big old Giuseppe. It's pretty lonely in the Tartini Square today. I really want to go up and find out where that clock tower is positioned in the at the church. We'll put the name of that church up along the bottom of this video as Louise just continues to snap away in the distance. This is such a picturesque city here on the tiny little slither of coast that Slovenia do own on the Istrian coast across from Venice, where we will be going tomorrow. Very early, but we will be going tomorrow. So hopefully you can join us for that episode as well and have a look at what the Venice looks like in winter. We've just crossed into February now, so will be interesting to see what it's like. There is a castle up the top of the hill there, Louise. I can see over the top of those houses.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be somewhere interesting as well for us to have a look at. But we're going to hang here near the waterfront in Piran and wait for our bus. Piran waterfront, guys. Do you reckon I've got time for that beer? So with our bus just pulling up behind us, just one of the things I will note once again, I did mention before, the Italian influence, even the architecture here, as you can see, very Romanesque influenced. This area would have at some point been owned by Italy. Even the columns there on that museum, very, very Italian as we get our bus from Fornace to Piran, the €1 each way bus. And just like that, we're back at the bus stop. Now we're going to try and work out how to get back to our car park, which I think is this way, Louise, is it right? So once again, I'll just show you the landscape here that you're working with. I know it's a little bit dark now, but hopefully you can see it. So through here, yep. So there's the entrance to the car park, the Fornace car park, not the Formaggio car park, as I did mention it to the bus driver. So
He quickly corrected you that you were saying cheese.
yes, I knew, even as I said it, I knew it was wrong. But look, hopefully this helps someone that is coming out to Piran with regards to the parking arrangements out here, which was quite interesting. We'll duck off now, take our lift up to our car parking complex up to level 7. I've got the ticket in my pocket.
7B.
Yeah, we're in 7B. So So I've got the ticket in my pocket. I will make payment and let you know how much today's little adventure cost us in parking. But yeah, the Fornače car park here in Piran. There it is. Okay, campers, thanks again for joining us and watching all the way to the end. We really hope you enjoyed our day in Piran as much as I enjoyed that seafood. Yes, it rained, yes, our feet were drenched, but oh my god, what a beautiful place. Piran, or is it Pirano? There's just so much history and so much more to see and do, we promise we'll be back. And next time, hopefully we won't need an umbrella. Join us again next week as we take a very early bus to Venice in Italy. Wishing it'll stop raining, but truthfully not hopeful. As I said last week, what could possibly go wrong? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment to let us know what you think. And as always, we really hope you enjoyed the show.